What's going on, everybody? If you're watching this, you're a parent or a coach of an athlete who's aged 6 to 11. I have the blessing of training so many athletes of varying skill levels, varying ages. I've trained guys who are preparing for their NFL pro days, and I'm training kids who are as young as 6, 7, 8 years old. And I've learned a lot from training a wide breadth of athletes, but I'm going to tell you in this video what my opinion is of what you need to focus on most with your 6 to 11-year-old athlete. The first thing is to improve rhythm and coordination. No matter what sport your child plays, rhythm is involved and coordination is a necessity. A lot of times, kids just need to know how to catch the ball, hand-eye coordination, and they also need to learn the rhythm of their sport, the rhythm of running, the rhythm of changing direction, the rhythm of playing the game so they can play more confidently. A couple things that we do to improve rhythm with kids is teaching them a basic karaoke with a change of direction, A-skips, skipping in general, and skipping backwards. Skipping backwards is kind of fun because you could see kids who really struggle with coordination and rhythm because they have a hard time skipping backwards. But if you can teach a kid how to skip backward, that means they have a pretty good handle of their rhythm and their coordination. And so that's the very first thing that you need to focus on with a 6 to 11-year-old athlete. Throw tennis balls at them, throw football at them, make sure they're catching it with their hands or at least putting their hands up. I tell kids at my sessions, I'd rather you drop the ball with the ball hitting you directly in the hands than catch it with your body. I'd rather you drop it like this than catch it like this, just so you can focus on catching confidently with your hands. That's going to help you with your coordination. And that's going to get you farther at this level. The second thing that I would focus on with a 6 to 11-year-old athlete is something that I've covered in previous videos, but it's so important, and it is strength, improving strength. If you get me a 6-year-old to an 11-year-old, they need to be able to do a proper push-up. They need to be able to do a squat. They need to be able to hold lunge holds for 30 seconds on each leg. Those basic body weight strength capabilities that a kid that age can do, that puts them so much further ahead of another kid on their team, in their class, in their sport. A lot of kids that I see coming up, they can catch the ball really well. So they have the coordination and rhythm thing down already, but they can't do a proper push-up. They can't even attempt a pull-up. They can't do the monkey bars. I couldn't do the monkey bars. And they can't push off the ground. And so what we really have to do is we have to do strength improve strength using body weight movements, push-ups, squats, lunges. You don't need a crazy specialized program with progressive overload. You don't need all that for a kid. You just need basic, consistent improvement for the kid. Yeah, you could do some progressive overload in the most basic sense, improving how many reps you do on push-ups, how much time you hold a wall sit, that sort of thing, but nothing crazy. All the basic exercises that you need to do to improve strength. And most of you guys kind of already know those. The third thing that you absolutely need to focus on with a 6 to 11-year-old athlete is developing the skill of speed. And one of the biggest things that Les Spellman and Tony Holler and all the different speed coaches that I watched and have done courses on is that speed is a skill. Speed is completely a skill. It's not just a genetic trait. It's not just something that some kids are born faster than others, but every kid can learn the skill of speed. And so how do you learn the skill of speed? You have to consistently run your absolute fastest. There's been kids that I've trained that have been in track since they were 4, 5, 6 years old. And I've seen those kids to be way above the rest in their speed. If you don't want your kid to do track, have them do a speed-focused speed and agility program where they're consistently tested and timed like we train and test our athletes that are 6, 7 to 10 years old. We consistently time and get them sprinting. Have them race someone faster than them or their age so they can consistently push themselves. A lot of kids that I work with, they run, but they don't know how to run fast. They are pushing as hard as they can, but their body only allows them to go so fast. And the reason being is they have been running around the block. They haven't been being chased by someone. They're not racing against anybody. They're just running during practice. And so what they need to develop is the skill of speed, running fast. basic technique drills, running up hills, and combining that with the strength, they're going to be just fine. So if you improve coordination, you improve strength, and you work on developing the skill of speed through racing, chasing, getting timed, and running up hills, you're going to develop your youth athlete really well. Bonus tip, don't specialize in one sport. If you have a kid who just plays football year round, you are stunting their development, you're stunting their growth. Make sure, my best, if I had a kid, if I had my own son or daughter, I would do one sport, one team per season. Football in the fall, basketball in the winter, baseball in the spring, or track in the spring. And we're doing one sport, one team per season. That would be the best path, so they have at least 2 or 3 days a week that they can focus on developing their body's coordination, strength, and speed. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions about developing coordination, strength, and speed in youth athletes, comment down below any specific questions that you may have. And thanks so much for watching. Let's get better today.